Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the topic of negotiable instrument. It is the most important topic from your final point of view. Let's start with the topic. As the name suggests, negotiable instrument. In this topic, we are going to understand what do you mean by negotiable instrument and what are the various provisions related to the instrument. The laws relating to the negotiable instrument is contained in the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, and it is mainly based upon the English common law. We can say that the source of Indian Negotiable Instrument Act is English common law. It deals with promissory notes, bills of exchange and checks. It came into force on 1st March 1882. As the name suggests, the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 comprises of two words. One is negotiable and the other is instrument. The word negotiable means transfer by delivery, or in simple language we can say easily transferable, and the other word, that is instrument, it means a written document. Now, summing up in the simple language, we can state that negotiable instruments are the written documents which are easily transferable from one person to another and having some economic value. And the last, that is Act of 1881, it is because that act came into force in 1881. That's why this act is related to a Negotiable Instrument Act. Now, the main thing, that is what was the purpose of getting this act implemented. The basic purpose of the implementation of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 was for the ease of trade and commerce. As it relates negotiable, it is basically and is contained in the business law syllabus of your chapter, then that is related with the business mercantile law. Now, the main thing we can sum up that according to section 13, the negotiable instruments means a promissory notes, bills of exchange or checks payable either on order or to the bearer. Now, the next topic, that is what are the various types of negotiable instrument. On the basis of the act, the negotiable instruments are of broadly three categories. First is promissory note, second is bills of exchange and third is checks. Now, promissory note. The provisions related to the promissory notes are under section 4 of the act. As the name suggests, promissory note. Promissory is the word related with the promise. So, promissory note is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking signed by the maker to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to a bearer of the instrument. In simple, promissory note is basically a written document in which one person promises to pay the other person a certain sum of money at a specific period of time. It is an express promise to pay the sum of money. Second is bills of exchange. Bills of exchange, according to section 5 of the act, is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money to the person or the bearer. Basic difference between the promissory note and bills of exchange is that the promissory note is basically a promise and bills of exchange are the written document for the order for the payment. Then the last, that is the checks. Checks is a bill of exchange which is drawn upon a specified banker which is payable only on demand. Checks are a type of bills of exchange, but it is having a special distinction that as per bills of exchange are drawn by one person upon the other, but checks are a special types of bills of exchange which is drawn upon a specified banker and will be payable only on demand. Now, the basic topic after the types of the promissory note, that is for the basic presumptions as to the negotiable instrument. Basic presumptions are that whenever there is a negotiable instrument, that the negotiable instrument to proof of the claim arises. First basic presumption is consideration. As you already know, consideration means something in return. So, every negotiable instrument is presumed to have been made, drawn, accepted, endorsed for a certain consideration. Next is date. Date is the basic presumption of the Instrument Act. The instrument is presumed to be made or drawn on the date as appears on the face of the instrument. Next is written document. Every negotiable instrument must be in writing. An oral promise to pay or order to pay cannot be served as a negotiable instrument. Next, that is the order of endorsement. Endorsement means what is the transferability. You can endorse or you can transfer the negotiable instrument from many persons till its date of maturity. Therefore, the endorsement on a negotiable instrument is promised to have been made in the order which it appears on the face of the instrument. Next, that is time of transfer. Every transfer of a negotiable instrument is presumed to have been made before its maturity. No instrument can be transferred after the instrument lapse. Next is stamp. Where the negotiable instrument has been lost or destroyed, the presumption is that it is duly stamped unless and contrary proved as this. Thank you.